Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. So, for those of you that are just now joining, this is Nullius. We'll get more into that in a second, but I want to take a second to just talk about the Twitch versus YouTube thing. What I think I'm going to go with is highlighting the Twitch clips such that they create little YouTube videos. So I'll be cognizant of when I'm doing a longer stream, breaking that stream into smaller pieces and having an intro and an outro in the stream so that I can actually make nice videos out of it. So I'll have some little transition times. And that's a small price to pay for the stream. I don't feel like it makes the stream any worse. I've seen other streamers do it plenty of times where they actually are recording a YouTube video while they're streaming. I don't know if, I think my computer would probably explode if it tried to do that, but it's definitely doable, and I think that kind of gets the best of both worlds, so people can join me on the stream and hang out, and I get to interact with people, but then I'm also putting some time and care into the YouTube presentation, because I want that to be good. And I'm hopeful that the Twitch interaction won't get too much in the way of the YouTube experience, but again, you'll have to let me know in the comments. This should now be the fourth video that you're seeing, and the first three, I didn't quite have all this figured out yet, so hopefully we're going to get this figured out in a way that makes everybody happy, although this is the internet. Not everybody's going to be happy. I'm well aware of that, but I'll do my best within the things that I want to do and like to do to make everybody happy. So if you have comments about how this could be made better, let me know. I am going to stick with my camera being in the top right here because it really seems to be out of the way. I have yet, I think, to even use the mini-map once in this entire game. It's up here, but what's the point? It just looks like this. And you can't even see it this detailed. So I haven't had a need for the mini-map yet. And unless I do, I think I'm going to keep the camera there. So again, let me know if that seems to be a huge problem. And apart from that, let's jump into Nullius. So this is my base as it stands. We established kind of a little bit of everything in the last episode, but it's messy as heck. And I was able to get a lot more iron going because that was one of the larger issues we were having was iron production. And then anything extra that we don't use for our iron production goes to steel production, and then we just did that at the end of the last episode. So we have a decent amount of steel ready to go, and that should allow us to do some more crafting. So right now, the slowdown is probably just science itself. It's hard to know how big to make my base, and that's kind of a fun problem to have that you run into with mod packs. Like with Angel Bob's, I kind of knew I was overbuilding plastic when I built the 4 plastic per second, and it turned out I was right. In this mod, I'm like, how much plastic do I need a second? How much iron do I need a second? What about all these resources I've never even gotten before, like silica? I mean, I've gotten silica in other mods, but it looks very different. How much silica should I make? So it's kind of a fun problem to have. I like it. And I do actually need to make silica. So that might be the next thing that I do. It's just sand and saline water, so that's not too hard. I think I'm going to continue with spaghetti craziness until I get towards the end of the red science tier. And I think that should provide me with everything I need to maybe go a little bit further. I'm going to craft a few more of these drills. And let's see. We already have a lot of sand. I'm trying to remember. I actually don't have a crusher. I should make a crusher and see what all they can do. I can't totally remember. But I would like a couple more drills for sandstone. We've already got probably a little too much. Yeah, we've got plenty. And my electricity is struggling. Oh my gosh. Electricity. That is the problem. Wind turbines. So if I can get motors, which there are 35 here, then maybe, yeah, crafting wind turbines isn't going to look too bad. And then I also need sheets. Let me just actually re-up on everything. Sheets, plates, rods, gears, and I have some ingots I don't need. I have some steel ingots that I definitely don't need. Okay. We'll make 6 more, 8 more wind turbines. Sorry, my nose is like crazy itchy right now, and I don't know why. I don't even have allergies today. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this, and that is the downside of having yourself on a video camera. So you can't pick your nose, you know? Not that that's something I do regularly, but just being real, guys. Just being real. Okay, so we are out of pylons soon. Still have 6 more. I'm not sure if I want to use them, though. So I think we're gonna... get these laid out in a nice way where they go... I'm actually really... How big is this thing? Is that 3x3? Why am I struggling so much? Yeah, it's 3x3. It just doesn't look that big, which is very confusing. And then I need a lot more power poles. I definitely want to improve my plastic production. So let's set up power poles. On the corner, like that. And then we'll put one here. And then we'll go as far as we can. And they perfectly meet in the middle. How nice. So then we'll copy that. Well, we'll go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can actually remove that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I guess they don't all need to be connected that way. They can just be connected horizontally. But I do need to connect these this way. Okay, good. The handcrafting is working for those at the moment. Alright, my little slow as heck construction bots. Alright, so we got that one. Place that. Those placed. And we still have 2 more. Unfortunately, I don't have enough power poles. Gosh dang it. Okay, so I have to go pick up some more. Hopefully that will help. Come daytime between the solar and the wind. I've been ignoring power for too long. Okay, filters are good. I need those. Plastic is very needed. There we go. Hydrogen chloride. We're gonna have to start doing something with it soon. But for now, I'll just add another tank. So those tanks should be able to get completely full, if I'm correct. Because even though it says 85% pressure, that means when it's full, it has 85% pressure. Okay, wind just took a huge nosedive. We really need it to not be taking a nosedive. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that helps. And then... Gosh, well... We'll see if that helps at all. I should probably craft a few more. It's just so much work. Okay. 1, 2... let's see, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 4 more to kind of finish that corner out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Some more power poles. Welcome in, everybody that's just now joining. Let's see, we want to copy this. Perfect. And then copy what this looks like up here. And I should be able to just do my bots' jobs for them. I'll let them place the panels, but the picker Atheneum mod. Or is it picker extended? I never know which one does what, but... Hello? Gosh, that took forever. Maybe my bots are all getting confused because I'm being confusing. Yeah, there's still one of them out there. Where are you? I don't know where he is. I'm supposed to have 8. He's probably dead somewhere. Slowly making his way back to me. He'll find me when I stop moving for 10 minutes. I'm doing some Helmod thing. Okay, but hopefully that will get my power rolling again. Alright. So, we wanted to look at silica. We are actually... Wow, that's a lot of hydrogen. Sodium hydroxide. Wait, didn't I control? Shouldn't you be emptying out in there? Oh, I don't have the balance out inventory selected, which is what I want. Get rid of everything. There we go. Silica, and we're close to mass production, which is great. So silica is sandstone and saline water. So saline water... Let's make a couple hydro plants. We're gonna need to make them all at some point too. When do I get logistics bots? Logistics. Fairly soon-ish. I mean, purple science. Gets me supply chests and logistics bots. Broadcasting, beacons, and modules. Okay. Haste module, efficiency module, those look familiar. Speed module is like a raw module. It gives speed but not costing more energy. And yield module, which is like a productivity module. Interesting. Okay, so hydro plant, saline water. Wastewater we have right here. Connect that up. And then seawater. I should make a few more of those. Is everything made out of one-way valves? Yes. They sure are. outfalls, pumps, seawater intakes. Alright. Down, over. Okay, that's good to go. Get rid of the wastewater. And then saline water plus sand. So I think a crusher can, well, first of all, sand and gravel can make landfill. So that's a thing. Huh. So tan and gray plus sludge makes more landfill. So you kind of have ways to, interestingly, make more efficient landfill. But mainly I care about this. Sandstone, I can crush limestone, and then crush that down into mineral dust. Crush gravel into mineral dust. I can crush bauxite, iron ore, and sandstone. Okay, that makes sense. I can crush all the things. Crushed bauxite gives me, I don't know what. I actually get a little bit of iron out of it, which is ironic, and then some sand. Crushing stone, or I mean iron, gives me some stone. And then if I just want to get rid of iron, I can by turning it into gravel. So really you can reduce everything down to gravel. Seems like what you can do. And stone is only used to make gravel, stone bricks, and that's it. These gray ones don't exist or get used. So stone is just here to make gravel. Or stone bricks, I guess. It's more efficient to use it to make stone bricks. Because gravel can't make stone bricks in the first place. But I'm making stone bricks with just sandstone anyway, and that's very cheap. So it doesn't seem worth it to worry too much about stone. My power is in the struggle bus territory again, which is unfortunate. What am I missing? Didn't I just grab? Oh, it's the wire. Okay, there we go. Iron wire. Okay, so then this is going to crush down into gravel. So sandstone, 1.25 a second. That makes some stone, which makes gravel. Gravel needs to go on a long trip to some sort of gravel processing land, which I will deal with later. And then this sand gets combined. See, I like being able to hit tab. Can FNEI do that? If FNEI could do that, that would be amazing. Sand. Is there an FNEI hotkey that I don't know about? Controls. FNEI. Main key, Control E. Does that work? No, I don't think that did. Like, if I was here and I moused over an item, yeah, it doesn't work. That's really a bummer, because that's the best part of Recipe Book. However, I think, Ragard, I'm sorry if you're watching this. I think I'm gonna say no to Recipe Book and pick FNEI. So I'm gonna change that to tab. Recipe Book. I like Recipe Book, it's just not quite smooth enough and fast enough, and I think FNEI's interface is just a lot, I don't know, just easier for me. That being said, we can just do this. Okay. And that's in a flotation cell. So, oh gosh, they need hydro plants. So clearly we are motivated to make things in a chain, right? Because a flotation cell needs a hydro plant, and a hydro plant needs a distillery, and a distillery needs filters, small furnace, tank, auxiliary valve, chimney, and, you know, an auxiliary valve requires a one-way valve. So there's just so many things that go into a flotation cell that handcrafting it is actually not all that efficient. So silica, and then here's what we want. We want to connect up, so I can just do that. Connect up the wastewater outputs. Oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? Connect up the wastewater outputs, and then bring the sand over. What's the rate? 1 per second? Okay. And then put that in. And 1.6 to 1.2. Okay, I mean, that's it. That's all we need for silica. So that's pretty cheap. Just needs power, basically. Now gravel is going to build up. 4 sand makes 1 stone, which makes 1 gravel. So we get 1 gravel, 2 gravel for every 6 silica. That's unfortunate. So how do I get rid of gravel? It says void in 3, so I may not be able to void it yet. I mean, first of all, we use it in some stuff. I can just make mineral dust out of it. Mineral dust says I can void in 2. And then I can make sand and mineral dust, but that's in the purple science. And is that how I void it? That doesn't make sense. I don't see any voiding that I can do. Maybe I can void mineral dust, and that's what this is all about. That seems like the only thing I can void. Mineral dust, then has a few things. But I'm guessing this is the main way to get rid of it, is some hydrochloric acid. And then you can get rid of the sludge. Potentially. Yeah, sludge mixed with seawater and then wastewater. Now, sludge may be able to go into an outfall, but probably can't. Let me check these other outfalls that are empty. Yeah, we can't do sludge, but we can do all the watery things. It is interesting, you can't dump all the liquids. Like, I can't dump hydrochloric acid. I can dump calcium chloride solution, I can dump methanol, I can dump caustic solution. And all 5 types of water. Huh. Tis interesting. I also have all sorts of gypsum. Where did I get gypsum? Was that from mining a rock? I'm gonna get rid of all that. I also got some limestone that I didn't want. Here. Let's just ditch all that in a box for now. Sandstone is fine, actually. I'll just put that in here, but no reason to waste that. Alright, I've got some silica. Of course, I can't make crucibles by hand. So I need a foundry. Definitely getting tired of handcrafting things. Whew, am I tired of handcrafting things? We need them all. And yesterday. And then I need those refractory bricks. Refractory? Is that really what it says? Refractory. Yeah, I don't know what refractory means, but there you have it. Oh, what? I can make pipe 2s out of steel? I totally missed that. That's amazing. Sweet. Okay, and that transfers fluid up to a higher pressure. um, oh, now we have all the aluminum things. Okay. Aluminum sheets, rods, plates. Okay, I see. So instead of steel wire, you get steel beam. Now, why is the aluminum wire a different recipe? Why is it 5 to 7 instead of 3 to 4? I mean, 7/5 isn't all that different than 4/3 either. That seems to me like that could be the same recipe. And it wouldn't make anything any worse. Maybe it was a balancing thing. Felt like aluminum wire was a little too hard to get. But I mean, 7/5 is 1.4 wire per rod, and this is 1.33. So it's not a significant difference. In any case, we are making crucibles, and I don't totally know what those are good for. Crucibles, oh yeah, it goes into the small furnace too. It goes into foundry too. It goes into thermal tanks. So they're only used for building buildings. Now the refractory bricks are just bricks that come from silica. So then really, all this silica is good for oh no, silica is good for a lot of things. I can also make glass. I can make silicon ingots, which gets me polycrystalline silicon, which we can actually make right now. Interesting. But I would need graphite. Man, there's all sorts of stuff. Okay, let's just focus on this and make some bricks. For now, we'll focus on these things. 50 crucibles. Lots of refractory bricks. Okay, whatever. So we finished that research. Medium furnaces work a lot better. And even, no, not more efficiently, about the same efficiency. They just are going to be easier to use. I'm starting to think ingots should be on some sort of bus. Now, pipe 2s require steel and gravel. So let's see if we can get that going. And then what else do we have to research? Warehousing, I don't care a lot about at the moment. Cybernetics, lubrication, personal transportation. I can make a car. Electronics. And then boiling, which unlocks just a couple things. So we're almost at the end of our science chain. And then it looks like in the purple science world, things get more expensive. 60, 160, 200 of everything, 180 of everything, 190, 400. So I think we need a classic 1 science per second build. Ooh, it's scary. I don't even know what all I need. Why is science not showing up? Are they not called science? What are they called? Sample, sample, prototype. Interesting. Okay. Oh, you get a different recipe for it later. That's interesting. So we need 1 per second there. That one's easy. We need 1 per second here. And that is easy, though expensive. When do I get hydro plant 2s? Hydro plant. Oh, I already have them. No, I don't. I'm confused. What was this? Oh, that was just repairing them. Hydro plant 2s. I don't get until purple science. And let's see. Yeah, red, white. Okay. So we don't have that. Ooh, seawater. That's a lot of seawater. Not the right recipe, though. That's going to be probably a hidden recipe, maybe? No, that still isn't the right one. Is it no, it's not that. Might be locked. Interesting. Somewhere. Unless it's scripting or something, maybe that's the problem. Well, they don't use... It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters how many. We can do the division ourselves. It's going to be 10 would get you 1200 per second, so it's going to be like 15-ish. 17, 18. 25 hydro plants, jeez. And then the amount of air we need for that is also large. Can I get air filter 2s? Nope. We cannot. So maybe 1 per second is a little ambitious. Maybe just a little ambitious. Gosh, 30 small assemblers. Well, I can do medium assemblers, thankfully. At least I think I can, right? Yeah, steel beams and small assemblers. Speaking of that, I should craft a bunch. Okay, so that needs a motor, which needs a lot of irony things, and then plastic. Oh, interesting. So you can get more iron wire if you add in a tiny bit of lubricant. Oh. Pickled iron plate. So you get, instead of 3/4, you get 5/6. So that goes from 0.75 plates per ingot to, what is that, 0.833? That's not that much better. Feels like a marginal improvement. Huh. Okay, so 9.9 iron ingots. Yeesh. So I could do the graphite version. Oh my gosh, 160. Let's try 27 medium furnaces. That's more affordable. The graphite. Hmm. Crushed iron ore. Oh, with some caustic solution, you can recycle sludge that you have into more iron. That's interesting. Or into sand and iron. Sand recovery, iron recovery. Interesting. Okay. So the main thing I need to worry about is power. This isn't too crazy. Hydrogen we will get from splitting water. Carbon monoxide comes from it's so interesting that you can oops, shift click that. You can make carbon monoxide from graphite and water, but the numbers don't match. You get less graphite output than input. So, not a loop you want to use. Water, I'll just assume is a basic input. And monoxide coming from dioxide and hydrogen. So we need more hydrogen. Yeah, there we go. That's better. We do get water as an output from both, so we can cycle those back around. That helps with the water costs of electrolyzing. And then, I mean, is there a reason not to make that a surge electrolyzer? That just means if our power runs low, then this will run lower. That's okay, I think. And then we get spare oxygen, which is really interesting. And carbon dioxide comes from the air, which comes from distilling and filtering air. Okay, so there we go. Oh, and we forgot about the plastic. Now the plastic, I think I should have on a separate propene and ethylene. Let's make that real quick and see what that looks like. Propene, ethylene, benzene comes from CO and hydrogen. Carbon monoxide comes from CO2 and hydrogen. We already learned this. Carbon dioxide comes from the air. Wait. I did something wrong. Didn't I make carbon monoxide? Isn't that... Why is that not meeting the need for that? What the heck? I'm super confused. Why is this? Oh, it's because they're linked. Unlink that. That was meeting the water need, I think. Carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide. Something is strange here. What is happening? Let's try again. Carbon monoxide. Bam. Oh, now it worked. Okay. Carbon dioxide. Bam. Air filtration. Bam. Hydrogen. I guess we can electrolyze the brine too. Huh. Anyway. So a decent amount of water input. We get a lot of nitrogen out. What is nitrogen an ingredient in? Just a couple things. Cellulose, nitrogen. Huh. Not all that useful. However, we get a lot of extra ethylene. To get enough propene. So ethylene can be used with chlorine, and benzene can make styrene and hydrogen. This is starting to get very confusing. So then plastic can also be made from ethylene and chlorine, propene and ethylene, and then there's another recipe that's later. So then what we want is a 15.7 ethylene usage. Filter by ingredient. You can also turn it into butadiene and hydrogen. That seems not that great. Or I can just burn off the ethylene. So I can make some power out of it. Ingredient input. I want to take off the oxygen. Let's see. How do I... There we go. So that can get me CO2 and then 104 steam, which gets me 800 kilojoules back out of my 34 megawatts. Okay, that's not really worth it. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, so let's see. This ethylene instead can be turned into another 0.6 plastic when combined with some chlorine. And that chlorine... let's see, chlorine... We should be able to just get from brine. Let's see, we want... Forget these things. What is it, up here? No. Set or unset linked intermediate product. Don't I want chlorine to be linked? I guess I can just output 15.7. So that amount of brine water is gonna happen anyway, because I get a third the amount of brine water that we get fresh water. So that's not actually that difficult. Because to get this amount of fresh water, we will get 22 point something brine. So we'll end up with plenty of extra brine. And then that takes care of the ethylene loop. The benzene loop, as far as an ingredient, can make a small amount of steam. I mean, we're literally only talking 125 steam per second, which is equivalent to 1 megawatt. It's basically nothing. Yeah, basically nothing. And benzene can also turn into hydrogen, CO2, and CO. But again, I only get 3 per second, so 13 carbon monoxide. I mean, I need the steam. So like 3 benzene and 30 steam. I mean, it's not nothing. Oh, I think I'm just gonna go with this. And because of the craziness of 35 megawatts and us not having that, I think I'm gonna cut all this in half. Yeah. Also, what can I do with hydrogen chloride? I can make hydrochloric acid. Oh, I can electrolyze it. Hydrogen chloride electrolysis. I don't get that until purple science, dang it. Because that means I can reclaim more hydrogen back, which is very handy. This is complicated. Okay. The important thing is... Oops. I'm going to change the inputs to 0.5 a second. I'm going to keep the output of plastic a little higher because I need plastic for other things, like motors. And then... Let's see. It's better, 21 megawatts. And we need 8.6 iron ore. Yeah, I guess this is fine. 1,000 seawater. At least that one's really simple. I need 1,000,000 hydro plants and air filters. So I guess I should start crafting. Ugh. Gosh, I need a mall. I'm actually gonna work on a mall. And I need some steel beams for that. We're gonna make medium assemblers because the small assemblers can't make a lot of stuff. And I'm just gonna make it down here to be out of the way. And I don't even know what's gonna be on it. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay. So I already have inserters. I need power poles. I need to make a small... Well, let's start with the chemistry stuff. Ah, yes, this has got to be a glitch. I need to contact the dev about that. You can't make valves for some reason in a medium assembler. Maybe that's the point, but I don't think that's the point, that these are only made in small assemblers. That feels a little strange that small assemblers can do something that medium assemblers can't, but maybe that's actually the whole point. Those are only made in medium large. So why are these only made in small? Feels like they should be made in small, medium, large. Well, those are only made in small, medium. Huh. So maybe it is intended. I don't totally understand the purpose of that. Yeah, those iron gears are only made in small, medium. Can't make them in large. I don't know if I love that. Because then that means you need to have both assembler types on you at all times. But in any case, this mall is going to be a nightmare. Here, let's cancel all this real quick. I need some small assemblers. Okay, let's start with a hydro plant. I know I'm going to need hydro plants. I know I'm going to need electrolyzers. And let's just start with those two and see where we get. We're going to need some space here. We'll deal with power poles later. In fact, power poles, plastic, iron rod, iron wire. Can I just make that happen over here somewhere? Iron rod, iron wire, plastic. Yes. We can just make this happen right here. Like so. Power pole, plastic, iron wire, iron rod, chest. Ta-da. Okay, so I won't have to deal with that anymore. Now, hydro plants require seawater intake and distillery. So, a seawater intake needs filter pump and outfall. Distillery requires filter and a bunch of other things. These require some similar things, meaning auxiliary valve, medium tank. They both require a filter. These all require filters. Gosh, this mall is a bit of a nightmare. Like, in some ways, more of a nightmare than Pyanodons. Pyanodons is more of a nightmare in general, but at least a lot of the buildings share the same things rather than requiring other buildings. Outfall. That requires a one-way valve. One-way valve is pipe and iron sheet. We do need auxiliary valve for a bunch of things, which is one-way valve and iron wire. We need a pump up here as well, which is a motor and a one-way valve, so I need motors, and then filter. Okay, I'm trying to boil everything back down to more basic things. So now we need a medium tank, pipe, iron rod, iron sheet. Also need these to move back at least one square, maybe two. So that's done. Power poles. And we got chimney. Chimney requires brick pipe, one-way valve, and rod. So the one-way valve needs to be on a belt going to all these. These require an auxiliary valve. Jeez. Auxiliary valve can go here. We also need iron wire. We need pipes, bricks, we need everything. Okay, so that's, I think, taken care of, except for the small furnace. Dang it. So we need also a small furnace. And that requires stoneback, iron plate, iron wire. Okay. So we've got everything except the power pole. So then the power pole can go here. Plastic, iron rod, iron wire. Okay. Woo! Okay, so we need all four types of iron things. We need motors. I guess plastic, Filters. Filter. Can't make a filter here. What are those made in? Chemical plants? Yes. Okay. So for the filter, we need graphite, plastic, iron sheet, iron plate, stone brick, and motor. I think might be easier to make in-house here. Plastic, iron plate, iron rod, iron wire. Oh my gosh. I'm getting dizzy. Let's see. Let's work our way back. Seawater intake, distillery. So that... I need a bunch more chests. How many do these stack to? Okay, 20. That's reasonable. 50 of these. That's a little bit less reasonable. I don't have circuits yet, and I want more than just a couple. Okay, these stack to 20. Okay, we're starting with this. Working our way backwards. So that's all good to go. Now, filter is something these all need. These two both need tank and auxiliary valve. So I'm actually going to switch these two. Excuse me, coming through. That's so fun. So tank and auxiliary valve need to go to both. And that takes care of 2 requirements for each. This one needs the chimneys, which I actually want to be in a chest. This guy needs power poles, which I already have in a chest, so I don't need extra. And filters, which are coming from here. Okay, so that's good. So he's got chimney, auxiliary valve, medium tank, small furnace. We didn't deal with the furnace, did we? No, that's up here. So that's gonna go to here. Crap. Crap. Maybe we have something like this. And it does that, and that's where the furnaces come from. Because then this needs pump and outfall, which I'm happy to have on a single belt. No, wait, I can't do that. Because they need to first do this. And then that can go there. Whew, this is getting messy. But yeah, working backwards I think is the way to go. Okay, so then we've got pump, outfall, and filter. Here. I need some more inserters. Inserters, please. Motors. Give you motors, give you motors. That should help. Okay, power poles we're okay on. Do these only stack to 50? Yeah, we should let the motors stack up higher for sure. Plastic, we need some more. Graphite seems to be fine, so I'm actually gonna have that run down and over to my new little mall. Over here. Gosh, this game. The things it makes you do. This is crazy. This episode's getting a little long, but I'm gonna try to finish this mall. Where are we at? Here, inserters. Okay. So, plastic is required for filters. It's also 2 plastic per filter. That's a significant amount of plastic. So filters, motors, and then back here with the poles. So plastic needs to kind of come around this way, I guess. Maybe this is gonna have plastic on it, and then plastic will go this way. I probably should go further back because it's not needed for a lot of these other buildings. And then it'll run behind motors. And then it'll get grabbed here. So we need iron wire, iron rod, iron sheet, pipe, underground pipe, plate, plastic. Okay. Well, the truth is we need iron rods and plates here. And then I need a couple foundries. And you're gonna make sheets out of plates, and you're gonna make wires out of rods. And do we need any gears? I don't think I do. No gears required. I think that's correct. Okay, well that helps a little bit. So in, out, close. Okay, so then this belt. Ugh. I might just want to manually feed it. It's kind of annoying. I guess we can maybe go this way. Yeah, there we go. Because this is already the extra. This is... What am I even doing with life? Okay, so we'll feed these. And then I still need more inserters. And now I need more belts too. Okay. So then this is plates and rods. Those need to be on their own belt. Coming down this way. Now we got 2 belts. Talking like a cowboy for no reason. Okay, and then I need stone bricks and pipes, which thankfully come together. It's sand. So I need sandstone over here. Sandstone coming right up. From over here. Alright, split that off. Have some sandstone. We'll supply some more sandstone just in case it's not enough already. I imagine 0.6 per second is plenty for what I'm doing over here. Okay, so first let's deal with the iron stuff. None of these need any direct iron products, except we need rod and wire here at the end. We need wire. So plates. Plates only need to go to 2 places. Just here and here. It's really the sheets that need to go to the most things. So let's just try seeing what happens running sheets through like this. Because that is the round thingies. So that's sheets and wire. So that gets you wire. That gets you sheets. That gets you nothing. Gets you nothing, gets you nothing. It gets you wire. And it gets you sheets. And then it also needs... Hey, Dave, you should totally get some sleep, man. It's not worth it. Sleep is too important to miss. But I'm glad to see ya. Okay, so you get why we're busting our absolute brains just to automate distilleries, hydro plants, seawater intakes, electrolyzers. Logistics bots would make this a lot easier, that's for sure. Okay, so we need... I'll deal with bricks last. Bricks, pipes, yeesh. Okay, also we have the intake, right? Don't forget about that. So this needs the one-way valves. This one needs the one-way valves. This one needs the one-way valves. And this one needs the one-way valves. Like that. Okay. Ooh, okay, so rods. And so plastic is on this one. So this one needs to come around to supply the wire, though I could make it something like this. And then I can get rods on the other side. Okay. So plastic's going to be there. So then this can come down. He needs plates. So let's do that. So those get plates. And then we'll go behind the motors, because he needs both plates and rods. Then we need rods and rods. So come down and up and across. And then we need rods again to be on the outside. Oh, what's the easiest way to do this? Let's see, that's the wrong side of the belt. There we go. Okay, so that will then supply rods there. And then plastic needs to be on that belt, and I think we've gotten plastic taken care of. So then finally we need the stone bricks and the two types of pipes. So that'll happen here. So sandstone comes in, and then we process that. Oh yeah, one of my favorites indeed. And I'm only really doing this because I have to. I mean, the way the game is designed, it really doesn't want you handcrafting hydro plants. Because you have to handcraft one of these, and one of these. And to handcraft one of these, you need a tank, and a valve, and a chimney, and a furnace. And you just end up handcrafting for like 45 seconds to make a single building, and then it eats up all these buildings, even if you had handcrafted those before. So it really, really doesn't want you handcrafting. Which, I don't know if I love that. Because I actually tend to do a lot of handcrafting of buildings in other mods, so I guess I'm being forced to change the way I play, which is probably a good thing. Alright, so sandstone. Here, let me move these over here. Alright, so sandstone comes in here. Bricks come out. Bricks and sand. So sand can go left. As far as I know, the only thing that's needed for is this. So then bricks will be here, and bricks are needed for pipes. So then we have two different kinds of pipes and bricks all coming up this way. That is going to clog up with sand eventually. Do I have an easy way to do anything with sand? Not really. Oh. Yeah, you can just turn it into wastewater, but I would need seawater for that, and I don't have any liquids over here in the first place. I also forgot about... Shucks. Let's do this. You come over here. There we go. And then plastic will be grabbed. Okay, and we need CO2, which I have in a big tank here. I wonder if the steel that I'm making is enough CO2. No, I'll just use this connection here. Okay, so this CO2 needs to run down. Oh my gosh, this game. Okay. CO2 runs down, next there. And then finally, I just need plastic on this. Where's my plastic? It looks like I kind of have enough for once. So we'll just split that. And this needs to find its way to the graphite. It's over here. I'll use an inserter to get it to the other side of the belt. And bada bing, bada boom. So then... This is not right. I forgot about gravel. So gravel needs to be filtered out. Right, gravel. And then this one... Oh, right. This needs to put on the close side, but take from that side, and then clear that out. Okay. So then we're getting that hooked up. So stone is needed where? Two places? Looks like the chimney and the furnace. So how do we get it to the chimney? That's the hard part. This is a nightmare. It's not grabbing anything. That needs to be grabbing this though, so that needs to be there. However, this could run this way, and it could grab it from there, in which case stone could be here. Oh, that actually works perfect. Didn't expect that. And then pipes are needed only up to here. Pipe, 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 pipe. So then pipes... I'm wondering, I kind of switched around the way this looked, so I should do this, and then this can go there. That's a little cleaner. And then these pipes... I ran out of undergrounds. We're almost there. Almost there. Give me undergrounds or give me death. Oh, right. I forgot that these need underground pipes. Alright, we need some more motors to give the belts. Ooh, 50. Nice. When it takes you a solid 40 minutes. We even have 100 red science. Let's get to 200. Okay, let's try this again. So the pipes are coming down here. I need them there. Gosh, this is kind of annoying because then this gets in the way. This can just be an underground there. Oh no, because that's supposed to be grabbing the one-ways. I can just grab directly from the building. That should work. Okay. Here we go. Spaghetti. Spaghetti time. Let's go. Bam. Spaghetti. You can't not love this brand. The Krydex brand will keep you on your toes. You'll never know what's coming. Baked Italian spaghetti. Perfect. I think that's it. Chances of a mistake are very high. Electricity is very low. But if I power all this up, I think we will see success. Oh gosh, my power. Is it nighttime? No. Jeez. Okay, let's craft 4 more, 6 more wind turbines while we're at it. And then I'll grab some more power poles. And then I'm going to give this mall a minute, and then we'll be done with this episode. I'll take a quick break, and then I think I'll come back to do another one. It's already getting kind of late. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong with these tanks? No, the tanks are good. So we're not seeing enough pipes. So this is just too slow. I wonder how many pipes I need for all this. Is it just like 1 each? Yeah, I mean, those are only 1 pipe each. The outfall is 1 underground pipe, which is kind of expensive. Because 1 underground pipe is equivalent to 5. No. 2.5 pipes. Chimney's 3 pipes. And the tank is 3 pipes. And the rate is only 0.4. Okay, electricity's bad. So we're gonna go work on that real quick. We'll get 6 more wind turbines placed down. Gosh, I feel so slow when I zoom out this much. Okay, so wind turbines, we'll copy this section, paste it here, and then I need 2 more, so we'll copy this, paste it there. Okay, that should be 6. And I'll run and place all of the power poles with the picker mod. My bots are going to be very confused, but that's okay. I'll give them a minute. Assume all 8 of them were out. Yep, there we go. Okay. They all found their way home eventually. And then we can get rid of this. Okay. Alright, there we go. Of course, they're producing very little right now. But 6 more should help. I hope. It is nighttime, so we're losing a few megawatts of solar. And yeah, there we go. But that'll at least be better. Solar is very unpredictable. Okay. Sheesh, this has been a journey. But it'll pay off, I think, in the long run, not having to handcraft all this. This is a game about automation, after all, and we are automating things. Whether we're doing it well or not is a different question. Filters. I never put filters on a belt. Crap. So filters are needed... Where? I thought it was in... Yeah, it's in all 3 of these. So I should be able to get by doing this. And that. And that. And that. And I'm going to seed this with 193 pipes, because we have plenty of pipes over here. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to give it even more. We're just going to put a chest with 400 pipes in it right there, which should help things run along a bit faster. Now the sand is a bit of a problem, actually. I need 2 outputs here. Produces 1.5 items per second, so we need 2 inserters, make sure the sand gets out, and that will produce our underground pipes. I also should probably have it like this. I don't know if you place onto a splitter, I don't know if it puts on the front or the back of the splitter. So that's something to be careful about. How are we doing? So we're making one-way valves, we're making small furnaces, we're making motors, making outfalls. We are making chimneys. Yes, we're making chimneys. We're making tanks. We are not making one-way valves, it looks like. Why is that? Because this is taking all the one-way valves. Or we're not making auxiliary valves, I mean. So similar as before, if I make 20 of these and put them in myself, that will help out. Oh, this needs a one-way valve too. No, it needs auxiliary valve. Perfect, which is this one. And one-way valve starts here. Right. Okay, so if I give you a few more, that will help things. That's an auxiliary valve. The pump. Where does the pump come from? The pump is waiting for motors. Shoot. I never actually put a inserter to put the motors in. There we go. And let me make sure all the chests are limited to 1 square. Otherwise we'd get into trouble a little bit. Looks like they are. Alright. And filters, I'll give you 38. Which should help jumpstart things. Yeah, he's just a little too slow to grab some, so let's change that around. Alright, we got seawater intakes going. And all we need is some auxiliary valves, which that's just waiting for these one-way valves. a bunch of things need one-way valves. So let's just give him 11 to start with. Oh, and you need 4 of them for an electrolyzer. Jeez. Alright, we did it. We have automated all this stuff. That is a spaghetti junction if I've ever seen one. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it an episode there. But thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. And gosh, next time we are going to be probably working on insane chemistry stuff. Lots of pipe craziness. Also, why is this research not finished? I probably am out of yellow packs. Yeah, let's get that going real quick, and then I will sign off. We'll do 4 of each. Oh, I just forgot a inserter. Never mind. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.